What if the most powerful thing you could do when someone disrespects you is absolutely nothing? For just 3 seconds. Most people react. Smart people pause. And that tiny pause, it changes the entire outcome. Today, I'm going to show you the 3-second rule, a dead simple technique that stops arguments cold, protects your dignity, and makes you look incredibly powerful without saying a word. You know that moment. Someone says something rude. A coworker cuts you off in a meeting, a friend makes a sarcastic comment, or a stranger online insults you out of nowhere. Your chest tightens, your face gets hot, your hands might even start shaking slightly. And before you even realize it, words come flying out of your mouth, words you immediately regret. Maybe you snapped back, maybe you raised your voice, and now the whole room is tense and you feel worse than before the argument even started. Or maybe it's a text message. Someone fires off something disrespectful and you shoot back instantly. Suddenly, you're in a full argument at 11 p.m. that doesn't end until 2 a.m. Here's the painful truth. Every time you react to disrespect with more disrespect, you lose. Not just the argument, you lose your calm, your credibility, and your energy. And the person who disrespected you, they got exactly what they wanted, a reaction. They're in control now, not you. This happens because of something called an amygdala hijack. When your brain senses a threat, even a verbal one, your emotional brain takes over instantly. Rational thinking, it goes completely offline. So the question is, how do you break this pattern? How do you stay in control when someone is actively trying to tear you down? The answer is the 3-second rule, and the concept is almost embarrassingly simple. Whenever someone says or does something disrespectful, before you respond, you pause for exactly 3 seconds. That's it. 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Sounds too simple to work, right? But what happens inside your brain during those 3 seconds is actually remarkable.
Those 3 seconds give your prefrontal cortex, the logical, rational part of your brain, just enough time to come back online, to override the emotional panic signal. Instead of reacting from fear and anger, you're now responding from logic and intention. That single shift changes everything. And here's the part most people miss. When you pause instead of reacting, you don't look weak, you look powerful. Silence, used intentionally, is one of the strongest signals of confidence. The disrespectful person expected you to react, to get flustered, to raise your voice, to give them drama. When you don't, they're completely thrown off. The power shifts immediately. You've already won the moment before you've even spoken a single word. Now, let's break down exactly how to use this in real life, step by step. Step 1. Notice the trigger. The moment you feel that familiar tightness in your chest, that flash of anger or embarrassment, recognize it. That feeling is your signal. Don't ignore it. Use it. Step 2. Pause. Close your mouth. Take one slow, quiet breath. Count silently in your head. 1, 2, 3. Keep your face calm and neutral. Maintain eye contact. Step 3. Choose your response consciously. Ask yourself, what do I actually want from this situation? Do I want to win the argument, or do I want to maintain my dignity and move forward? Option A. Walk away. Sometimes the most powerful response is simply turning around and leaving. Not every battle deserves your energy. Silence can be your strongest statement. Option B. Address it calmly. Use a low, steady voice. Never raise it. State what you observed without attacking the person. For example, instead of yelling, "How dare you talk to me like that?" you simply say in a calm voice, "I'd appreciate it if we could speak to each other respectfully." That's it. Short, calm, firm. One response pours gasoline on the fire. The other one puts it out and makes you look like the most mature person in the room. Let's practice. Scenario 1. A coworker says your report is a total waste of everyone's time. Old reaction? Argue, defend yourself, get emotional. New response? Pause 3 seconds. Then say, "I'd love to hear your specific concerns so we can improve it." Scenario 2. Someone sends you a rude message online. Old reaction? Fire back instantly. New response? Pause 3 seconds. Ask yourself, does this person deserve my time and energy? 9 times out of 10, the answer is no.
Scenario 3. A family member says something dismissive about your goals. Old reaction, defensive argument. New response, pause 3 seconds, then say quietly, "That's your view. I see it differently," and let the silence sit. In every scenario, the pause changes the entire trajectory of the interaction. You went from being a passenger in the conflict to being the driver. Now here's where it gets really interesting. The 3-second rule isn't just a conflict technique. It's actually training your brain. Every time you pause instead of reacting, you're building a stronger neural connection, one that says, "I am in control of my emotions. Nobody can hijack my peace without my permission." People start to notice. They see you as calm, unshakable, and mature. That reputation is worth far more than any clever comeback you could have made in the heat of the moment. Your relationships improve. Fewer blow-ups, less regret, more genuine respect because you demand it quietly and you give it consistently. And your self-confidence? It grows every single day because you prove to yourself again and again that no one can make you lose control unless you choose to let them. Disrespect only has power when you react to it. The moment you pause, you take that power back, every time, without fail. Now I want to hear from you. Think about a recent time when someone disrespected you and you wish you had paused first. What would you have done differently? Drop it in the comments below. I read every single one, and your story might help someone else who's going through the exact same thing right now. If this gave you even one useful insight today, hit that like button. It takes about 2 seconds. That's less than the 3-second rule. And if you want more tools like this for emotional intelligence and communication, subscribe and hit the bell. The most powerful person in the room is never the loudest. It's the one who knows when to pause. See you in the next one.